Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Campus Connection for Fall 2007. I'm Bri Alvarez.
And I'm Jennifer Murillo. On today's show, we're going to check out the popular newspaper column, Ask a Mexican, and take a look at a hot rod club based in Huntington Beach.
We're also going to be checking out the field of engineering here on campus and a story on why it takes so long for some students to graduate.
Our first story comes from one of the largest protests this school has ever seen.
That's right, Jen. It wasn't your average day when protesters picketed the arrival of an anti-immigration group on the Freedom Speech lawn right in front of the University Student Union. Rain Halcomb has more on the story.
The sound of drums and loud protesters could be heard from far away. They called themselves a campus coalition against hate, students and faculty united for a cause.
We heard that Minutemen founder Jim Gilchrist was going to be on campus. We found out that he was going to be supposedly engaging in a debate.
Campus police escorted students into the Beach Auditorium to watch an open debate on immigration put on by the Conservative Student Union. The debate was between Enrique Morones and Jim Gilchrist, founder of the Minutemen Project.
We are an anti-illegal immigration group that we've gone over to Congress several times, 4 or 5 times, to lobby against any kind of amnesty and a return to the rule of law.
The debate ended abruptly when students and Morones, an immigration rights activist, walked out in protest.
When I saw the declarations that he had prepared and the fact that there were students there that did not want to hear from him, I decided to join the call out by the students to walk off the stage.
Morones, who participated in similar debates at Columbia University and NYU, continued to speak to the crowd outside.
We need to keep these resistance peaceful like we're doing right here, and let people know how we feel.
It was right here in front of the Student Union that the Campus Coalition Against Hate, which was formed only 48 hours prior to the event, provided a platform for students and professors to speak up about the respect for diversity and human rights here at Cal State Long Beach.
I'm just a student on campus that is for humanity.
Protesters wore red armbands to represent the immigrants who have lost their lives, and signs stating their own ancestry. However, not all students were aware of the event.
I had no idea. I just finished studying, and then I'm coming over here, and I heard the yelling, so I thought I'd get some lunch and check out what it was.
Over 300 people showed up to this rally, some only by chance, but others with a real motive, to stop the ignorance. This is Rain Halcomb reporting for Campus Connection.
Thanks, Rain. Yeah, that event was intense. Gilchrist came out with a bulletproof vest, and there was a lot of media.
The word around campus is there's supposed to be another demonstration going down next semester, so you want to be sure to keep an eye out for that.
Now, have you ever asked yourself, why do Mexicans swim in the ocean with their clothes on, or why Mexicans want rice and beans with every meal? You know the thought has read through your mind.
Well, recently, the controversial and outspoken author of the popular Ask a Mexican column from the OC Weekly spoke to a journalism class here at Long Beach State. Jaime Gonzalez gives us a closer look.
Gustavo Arellano's column has a love it or hate it reaction among readers. He tackles issues such as racism, immigration, and Mexican culture. He was recently invited by Professor Christopher Karajov to explain his role as a writer, author, and a voice for so many with his Ask a Mexican column.
The topic that I'm addressing is Mexicans. It's not Chicanos, it's not Mexican Americans, it's Mexicans. So if I were to name it Ask Gustavo or Ask a Mexican American, most people, there would be too many questions. I want people immediately to say, okay, this is what the column is about. It's about Mexicans.
Arellano's column is currently syndicated in 30 newspapers, which is beneficial because according to the 2006 American Community Survey conducted by the U.S. Census, there are more than 28 million Mexicans living in the United States. Arellano is also involved in other aspects of the newspaper.
I've been reporting on the Catholic Church, the sex abuse scandal for the past 4.5 years, more like 4 years. I'm the food critic for the OC Weekly. I come out on radio just to talk about issues for Orange County.
The Ask a Mexican column has experienced some controversies because some Mexican Americans see Arellano as a spokesperson, whereas others do not.
I don't necessarily find him as a spokesperson for the Mexican community because as a Mexican American myself, I don't need someone to tell me about my heritage. I already know who I am, and I think other Mexican people could agree with me that, you know, we don't need someone to tell us who we are.
Professor Karajov invited Arellano to speak in his senior seminar class after an appearance at the LA Press Club.
You know, that's what I like about him. He's interesting to read, and he touches topics that most others will not.
Gustavo Arellano uses his column with a mix of facts, attitude, and stereotypes in order to bring us an insight into Mexican culture. If you would like to ask him a question, email him at mexican@askamexican.net, or simply pick up a copy of the OC Weekly. For Campus Connection, I'm Jaime Gonzalez.
Thanks, Jaime. We're going to take a quick break.
But stay tuned because we're going to come back with more.
The facts are in. California State University Long Beach is among the nation's finest universities. For the 4th consecutive year, the campus ranked in the top 5 public comprehensive universities in the western United States. In 2007, Cal State Long Beach was named the 3rd best value among all American public colleges and universities. A survey by the National Science Foundation rated Cal State Long Beach first in the nation for the number of graduates who then go on to earn doctoral degrees in science and engineering. Offering full scholarships to high school valedictorians and National Merit Scholars, Cal State Long Beach sponsors the premier President's Scholars Program in California. Through superior teaching, research, creative activity, and community service, California State University Long Beach operates as a student-centered, globally engaged public university, changing lives for a changing world.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the show.
Our next story takes us near the sunny sands of a local beach. Ryan Lindgreen has the latest.
Strap on your seatbelts, take a hold of the wheel, put the car in gear and cruise over to Adams Avenue Donut Shop in Huntington Beach for the self-proclaimed best free car show in the world that was started with just a couple of guys hanging out on a Saturday morning.
5 of us used to show up, and at the time I was on a Wizard bicycle, which was a 51 Schwinn with a motor. I was building a roadster at the time, so I'd hang out in that thing for a while until I got the roadster running. And then gradually this grew from there.
Grew they did. What started as a group of guys who enjoyed each other's company and wanted to spread their love of cars, 5 is now an entire parking lot full of hot rod enthusiasts called the Donut Derelicts.
Next weekend, the group, by this time it was maybe 15 people showing up, just tripled at that point, and it just seemed to grow from there. And as more magazines and the register would pick it up, it got bigger and bigger and bigger to what you see today.
Now this isn't the local neighbors getting together and showing off the size of their engines. This show has produced appearances by major companies with their concept cars, and even A-list celebs like Jay Leno. But no matter who you are, everybody fits in around here.
I saw the PT Cruiser before anybody knew it even existed, and it had like a Xerox dashboard and stuff like that. And Chip Coos comes, and there's a lot of notable people that come here, and they can remain invisible because this donut shop has no rules.
The only unwritten rules for the Derelicts are meeting every Saturday morning, hot coffee and donuts, and pride in their custom cars. But don't sleep in because this free car show is over by 8:30 in the morning.
For the Donut Derelicts, it's not about bragging or awards. It's about showing up on a Saturday morning and having a great time. I'm Ryan Lindgreen for Campus Connection.
Thanks, Ryan. For a list of other hot rod events happening in Southern California, visit the website www.hotrodcustomstuff.com/events.html.
Now, everyone knows there are many women in the legal and medical professions. However, I bet you didn't know there is a shortage of women in the engineering field.
Deirdre Boykin investigates the reasons behind this.
The College of Engineering has 5 academic departments, all of which lack equal presence for female students.
Within the College of Engineering, undergraduate women comprise about 13.5% of all undergraduate females.
In contrast to the low percentage of women in the major, there are numerous advantages for women who enter the field.
You will find a lot of opportunities, well, not only jobs, but especially also in terms of scholarships and fellowships.
Student organizations like Society of Women Engineers provide support for female majors.
It doesn't matter who you are. Engineering is such an interesting field. You should just check it out for sure and sniff it a little bit.
Women Engineers at the Beach is an annual event hosted by the College of Engineering. The conference invites girls from different schools to learn about what they can do with an engineering background.
The reason why we hold the event is to promote and encourage elementary students all the way up to high school students to pursue engineering when they get to college.
The lack of women in the College of Engineering is due to the fact that the environment is male-dominated. However, investigations from the Recruitment and Retention Center say that the main factor that contributes to the problem are the social practices of stereotypical child play.
For example, you take a small young female child playing with a doll, as opposed to some of the more exploratory play that young boys play with, taking apart things, trucks and Legos, building blocks, types of play that will help them explore and investigate how things are put together.
So how can the College of Engineering fix the problem with the shortage of women?
True engineering is still mainly male dominant, but again, things are changing. You'll see more support for female students out there.
Creating awareness for girls today to become the role models for the next young generation of women engineers tomorrow. This is Deirdre Boykin reporting for Campus Connection.
Thanks, Deirdre, for that insight. Okay, girls, go out there and do it. We believe in you. We know you can do it.
We have a lot more on the way, including a recent body art trend and a story on students who have been in school longer than they have expected.
Be sure to stick around.
I remember it as if it occurred 10 minutes ago.
My mom was hit head-on by a drunk driver and almost killed.
When this man crashed into my mom, he really crashed into our entire family.
A part of my son died that day.
The nightmare started about a month after the crash.
I saw my 8-year-old daughter become an adult overnight.
It was really odd to be brushing your mom's teeth because she couldn't.
I, at that point, lost all ability to be a wife.
They ended up separating and getting a divorce.
Our family unraveled.
She fell into depression, and that led into getting heavily into drugs.
You can't ever get back the time that was lost.
We all are survivors.
One crime can have many victims.
My mom and I are there for each other.
My mom is my hero.
And welcome back, guys.
Now, I'm one of those people who really wants a tattoo, but I am deathly afraid of needles. The good news is there is a type of tattoo artistry that's not as, well, permanent. It's henna tattoos.
Renee Hiplinger sat down with a local henna artist to discuss more.
Hi, I want to welcome Lernie Bueller. She's one of our local henna tattoo artists. Hi, Lernie. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me here.
Thank you. How did the henna tattoos, how do they originate, and what is the henna made from?
Henna actually originated in the ancient times. The earliest was that it was seen in was in Egypt. It's made from henna paste, which comes from a henna plant. And I add eucalyptus oil and lemon juice to it.
Why do you think the henna tattoos have become so popular?
Well, I think they got really popular because back in the late 90s, Madonna and Gwen Stefani started showing off in concerts with henna on them.
Right.
And then from there on, it just became really popular because people wanted a temporary tattoo that would last a while, but not something that was permanent or hurt.
Now, I've seen different colored henna tattoos. I've seen black and red. What is the difference?
You don't want to get the black henna because what's in there is black hair dye, which is really harmful for your body. People get chemical burns from it. It's like a 3rd-degree sunburn, or it can affect their liver and kidneys. The red henna, or the reddish-brown henna, is a true henna. When it first comes out, you'll notice it comes out in this somewhat green to brownish-green color. And it stains bright orange the first day after you flake off the paste, and it turns dark brown by the next day.
And how long do they generally last?
Anywhere from a week to 3 weeks. It just depends on how well you take care of the henna and also your body chemistry.
And how much do you charge for a henna tattoo?
For something like this, it starts at about 10, and it just goes up depending on how intricate you're getting, or if it's a party or something like that. Yeah,
makes sense. If someone wanted to remove it earlier than 2 or 3 weeks, what do you suggest? How do they?
It's just going to be the process of exfoliation, so you might want to use a little facial scrub on it, or even maybe the rough side of your dish sponge.
Right.
But it's just going to take a while until your skin exfoliates.
Right. And where can people? You're actually going to be on campus, aren't you? This month?
Yeah, for your finals week, the program council here on campus has booked me to do henna on December 17th and 19th, which is Monday and Wednesday, and I'll be on campus from noon to 2.
Thanks so much for being here, Lernie.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Renee. To make an appointment with Lernie, visit her website at www.lernie.com. Now, with finals just around the corner, everyone is stressing out. All-nighters are a norm, and Starbucks and Red Bull are usually scattered all along the floor, along with plenty of textbooks.
Yes, and although most students enter college with the hopes of finishing in 4 years, as many of us know, it's easier said than done. Jana Morrison has more on the story.
Labeled a four-year university, in reality, very few students at Cal State Long Beach actually graduate in 4 years. Some students can take 5, 6, or even more years to finish, and these students have come to be known as super seniors. Students have various reasons for taking longer than expected. Some, like 25-year-old Guillermo Arzate, say that sometimes work has to come first.
Sometimes I needed to work a lot more than I really wanted to and focus on school, so I would only take like sometimes 6 or 9 units instead of 12 because I knew that if I took 12 I wouldn't be able to complete them.
Other students, like fifth-year business marketing major Kevin Kobos, think there is more to college than just going to class.
My second year here, I got involved with campus activities. I was the Public Relations Commissioner for ASI Student Government here on campus. I did that for a year, as well as joining a sorority, and I've done that for the past 3 years, and I'm now currently the Vice President, and it's just really hard to balance school, switching majors, outside activities.
While some feel a negative stigma comes with the term super senior, journalism major Bobby Chor knows that many of his peers share the title.
It's just common now for most students. I mean, I've heard like, if you're a 4-year graduate, I mean, you're like getting a hand clap and stuff. Like, you're amazing, because like, it's nowadays to get where you gotta go. Like, it's gonna take it takes a lot more years in schooling.
And these students shouldn't feel alone. Only 10.9% of students who graduate with a bachelor's degree from CSULB complete their degree in 4 years. And these rates are similar to neighboring CSU campuses who average about the same. The important thing is that students graduate, not that they do it in 4 years. For students who need help getting on the path to graduation, help can be found in the Academic Advising Office located in the Horn Center. This is Jana Morrison reporting for Campus Connection.
Thanks, Jana. Another place you can get help at is at the Learning Assistance Center, also located at the Horn Center.
Up next is our very own Sarah Marzouk with a representative from ASI Communications. What do you have for us, Sarah?
Well, Brie, I'm actually here with Aaron Elamelek, the USU Marketing Coordinator here at CSULB. Thanks so much for being here, Aaron.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So, can you tell me what prompted the change from PGX to ASI Communications?
Well, Planet Graphics Design Studio has actually been around for several years here on campus. We've been serving the student organizations, CSULB departments, and the departments within associated students. And we found that our message, our programs, our posters, our means of communication weren't really getting out there to the students. So this, our merger actually was between the Public Resources and Public Relations Department of Associated Students and Planet Graphics Design Studio, and bringing it together so we can present a clear image and a clear vision for what Associated Students does.
So what type of services does ASI Communications offer?
For general student organizations and departments, we offer graphic design services, and we also assist them in marketing throughout the student union, whether that be with display cases, our new marquees, or our plasma screens that are located throughout the building. For the ASI departments, we do a little bit more to help them out, because the goal is for them to come to us for things so we can communicate to the students better. So that would mean website updates. That's also graphic services, which would include flyers, posters, banners, host of different promotional products and items, as well as our marketing services. We have a street team that goes out to communicate to the students, to go out there where they are, and to pass out materials, distribute things, do surveys, try to reach the students. Really, that's our main goal.
How can a student become involved in ASI Communications?
You can stop by our office. That's the first and foremost. We're located in the University Student Union in room 235. Or you can visit our website at www.csulb.com/ASI, or you can give us a call at 562-985-4353.
So I know I've seen posters all over campus saying I am ASI. Can you explain a little bit about what the I am ASI campaign is all about?
Well, first of all, thank you for noticing the posters. That's the whole point, is to get out there to students. We really want to put out a clear image of what ASI is and show the range of services that we offer for students. A big misconception for most students is that ASI, or Associated Students Incorporated, are only student government. And we wanted to show to them that it's the University Student Union, the Isabel Patterson Child Development Center, the ASI Recycling Center, Intramural Sports and Wellness. We also have ASI Media, which is College Beat, K-Beach Radio, Union Weekly newspaper, as well as the Gold Mine Yearbook. So we really wanted to put that out there to students so that they understand the range of things and they know where their money is going. And a big piece of this is to show what each individual student brings to the mix, and that you are also ASI. So we have personal things that are about each student as well as their career goals, their aspirations. And it was really an amazing campaign to be a part of, to really see what our students are about and what, you know, the range of what they represent, and really to see their purpose and what their vision is for the world.
Thank you so much for being here, Aaron. I know that you guys have, ASI's got tons of stuff. They've got t-shirts, say I am ASI, brochures. Stop by the office. Aaron, thank you so much for stopping by. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to stop by the office. Back to you, girls.
Thanks, Sarah.
All right, guys, that wraps up this edition for Campus Connection. I'm Jennifer Murillo.
And I'm Bree Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in.
Good luck on finals.
See you at the beach.
Bye. Bye.